back with the Southwest Airlines postgame show.
Well, as you can imagine, with a beating as sound as the New York Giants delivered to the Minnesota Vikings today, it was in no way a joyous Dennis Green as he sized up the beating that they suffered at the hands of the New York Giants here. We caught up with him just a few moments ago as he addressed the press a few moments ago.
So there's really nothing that took place there today that that we were prepared for. I mean, just no way you think those things are going to happen. Especially when you, again, it's not like we're new at this. It's not like we're new in the game. I think a certain amount of credit go to the Giants. They played very well on the surface. At home, they did a lot of great things, but most of it, again, has to fall on yourself. My ability and the team's ability to do a better job.
Well, it was certainly a beating that no one expected from a defense that everyone knew, but an offense, as we mentioned before, that certainly no one thought would do what they did today. Denny Green now is 4-8 in postseason play. And for more thoughts on what took place today, two guys who have certainly seen an awful lot of football and have an outstanding frame of reference. Back upstairs once again to Pat and John.
All right, JB, thank you very much, and I think we just echo what other people have said. Nobody expected, including us, that the Giants would be able to dominate an explosive Minnesota team like that.
You know, as JB was just saying, I mean, we've been in this game for a long time. You and I have been together for 20 great years, and this is our last game this year, and I just want to say what a pleasure that is. But as I was just saying before, I think the longer you're in it, the more you realize that you don't know what's going to happen. You know, when we sit around and we talk to players and coaches and we watch films and, you know, we think we have an idea this is going to happen, but that's a great thing about this game. I mean, if we knew what was going to happen and could say what was going to happen before it happened, why even watch it?
Well, you know, in the 20 championship games that we've done, in the 20 years that we've been together, none has surprised me more than this one did. None has taken me completely aback like this one did.
You know, at some point, and I think Wellington Mara, you know, said it, you know, pretty well, that at some point you have to say that this isn't a bad team. You have to say that, you know, they had the best record in the NFC. They got home field throughout, and someplace you have to give them their due and say, hey, this is a pretty doggone good team.
We congratulate this edition of the New York Giants. We've seen them a lot. Now back to you, JB.
All right, Pat, thank you very much. And as Howie Long mentioned at the top of the show, time was running out in the hourglass on the career of Chris Carter. Unable to get it done again today, but still a sensational effort. Our Pam Oliver caught up with Chris Carter of the Minnesota Vikings just a bit ago.
Okay, thanks a lot, Chris. I know this has to be very difficult for you. Can you even begin to describe what happened today?
Well, it's tough from the beginning. I mean, before we stepped on the field, it was 14-0. And after that, you know, you're still in the ball game, but, you know, they played awful well. You know, we made a lot of mistakes, played bad football, and they played a great game. It's, you know, this business is tough. You think that with the preparation, you think with the focus, you think with everything, this business is a beast. It really is. And
I'm sure 2 years ago had to hurt, but can you even put this into context in terms of just the emotion of losing a game the way you lost it?
Well, it's difficult, and you know, 98 takes something out of you. This takes something out of you. You sit back and reflect, and you wonder how much do you have? You know, what do you have to do? You know, I've done everything that I could, you know, ever try to do to win a championship, and you know, is it meant for me? It's just difficult. It makes you really look back. It makes you, you know, I just can't do this much longer. I just don't have that much to give to the game. I really don't.
Which brings me to the next question. Do you plan to retire after 14 seasons?
You know, I never really thought it would end like this. I really have to think. There's so many other things that come into play. It's not about ability. It's, you know, really I want to do what's right and what God wants me to do. And I know football is a tremendous platform for me, but, you know, my future after football is so bright, and I'm excited about that. It's difficult.
I know it's difficult, and I thank you so much for spending time with us. Thanks, Chris. Let's go back to you, JB.
Pam, a very classy effort on the part of Chris Carter, who certainly is an outstanding ambassador for the NFL and a very classy individual. If I had to hazard a guess, I would think that Chris would want to come back and give it one more shot. As I turn first, starting with Chris, your thoughts about today's game?
You know, I have to go back to about mid-season when this team at home lost to St. Louis and Detroit and looked absolutely horrible in doing so. Then Jim Fossil comes out with the guarantee and galvanized this team, and for whatever reason, they haven't stopped since.
Well, this is a New York Giant football team that is not as much made up of individuals as a collective group, and a group that bonded together after that Jim Fossil proclamation. They banded together. They believed in themselves when seemingly no one else believed in them. And at some point, you have to say the New York Giants are a pretty good football team.
Terry believed in them. One guy did.
I'm not going to sit here and jump on my bandwagon. I will say this, though. They needed an effort like they gave today, because the next team they play, whether it be the Ravens, whether it be the Raiders, this will not be a zone team. Their corners will attack, they'll blitz, they'll get after them. But the confidence their defense got today, the confidence that Kerry Collins got, will pay huge dividends in Super Bowl 35.
Hey, a pleasure working with you guys and seeing the championship effort delivered today by three guys who know what winning is all about. All right, folks, a program reminder that coming your way on February the 15th, it'll be the Super Bowl of NASCAR. The Daytona 500 will be coming your way. And we also want to wish the best to CBS Sports as they get set to cover Super Bowl 35. We want to thank all of you out there who've tuned in to us all season long and been a part of the Fox family. And take a look at all of the people who have helped put on today's NFC Championship game. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year. I love you, babe.
Thanks all.
Love you very much, man.
It's about to his hands. He takes it to the outside. Touchdown! Packers win! Here we are in the fourth home. Watch the lightning bolt come. Marshall's long has set an NFL record. Watch the light move across the screen. Watch the light come home.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com.